sound like Paula Deen. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Happy Thanks Day. Happy Thanksgiving Day. I'm like moving quite slow. Oh, shoot. I should have gotten that up before I gone live. I don't really know what I'm going live for other than to just say hi for a few minutes with y'all, to just come on and say hey. So if you're watching live, say hashtag turkey. I should have done this differently. I should have planned appropriately. Look, these 2 bags of Raisin Bran have been in my cupboard for 2 months. My husband has not eaten them. Way more than 2 months. Since like July. And they've got to be expired and stale by. Why he not eat them, I don't know. Put them up there for another year. Hey, Kathy, hey, Kim. How you girls doing? I'm making some turkey. I'm not really showing you the appropriate way to make turkey, because the way I make a turkey is probably the farthest thing from appropriate that you're going to see on the internet today. I have a very special way of making a turkey that you've probably not experienced before. Hey, Susan. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Pam. Oh, my pumpkin pie is done. Maybe. Let me check it. Well, I think it needs 5 more minutes. Dog took off running. He knows that the timer going off on the microwave usually means something might be burnt, so he takes off. All right. I hope you're prepared. Listen, this thing is about 22 years old. If you don't have this in your house, are you even an American? Everyone has one of these, right? Okay. Here's how I make it. I watched the Trim Healthy Live the other day, where the baking live, if you had bought from a sale a while ago, you got invited to a special live event and got to watch them prepare a Thanksgiving meal. And Arden made a turkey live. And that boy makes turkey look delicious. Okay. Arden made this turkey with all these amazing seasonings, and he put like orange zest and or something. I don't even know what, I don't even remember what, but it was a lot of stuff, okay, that he put in. Why does this come in a bag and a net? I don't know, but it does. I don't know. I don't like this brand of turkey, but I'm too cheap to buy a Butterball. Butterballs were like $85 for some reason. They're bougie turkeys. Anyway, he did a whole bunch of fancy turkey stuff. And I was like, wow. And he cooked it in a really shallow pan, which gave me total turkey anxiety. But this is, I'm sure that there are amazing techniques for roasting a turkey. This one's still partially frozen. Yeah, it's Jennie-O. It was Jennie on sale is what it was. I get nervous about Jennie-O stuff because one time I had turkey bacon of sorry. My alarm clock went off and shut off my camera. I don't know what I was saying. This is partially frozen. It's been in my fridge for 6 days, but apparently wasn't enough to completely finish the process. I had turkey bacon of Jennie-O's one time that tasted like rubber, burnt tire fire. So hopefully my turkey don't taste like fire. Okay. Cooked this thing one time. Found out you're probably not supposed to do that. I'm sure there's a proper way to remove that gut buckle, but it's stuck under ice. Anybody else ever cook the turkey butthole by mistake, not knowing you weren't supposed to cook the turkey butthole? I have. Ended up on my mother-in-law's plate. She was like, "What's this?" It was at that moment. She questioned my ability to cook. I don't know. You're probably supposed to pull this out a particular way. You don't cook turkey, Susan? You don't like spreading salmonella through your whole kitchen the way I do? If anybody knows of a great technique for removing that, just let me know. Otherwise, it's going to stay in there, and when the turkey thaws out in the oven a little bit, then I'll yank it out. She frozen had. But we got to get out the bag of guts. Yeah, you're too close to the raw turkey. It's freaking me out. Why is there so much ice in there? All right. Okay. So I don't like that piece of skin right there. It's grossing me out, so I'm gonna cut it off. My turkey guts are frozen inside. So I'm gonna warm the turkey gut up. I know, Kayla, does it really, I mean, as much crap as we eat on Thanksgiving Day, does it really hurt if we eat a little melted plastic? Nobody's gonna know. Especially if they're eating my turkey. Now my pumpkin pie's done, and I got salmonella all over my hands. I threw the turkey in our pool? What? I want to go to Lois's house for Thanksgiving. Hey, where's the turkey? It's out there on the, it's floating in the pool. What if it leaks turkey juices in your pool, Lois? All right, I got to pull my pumpkin pie out of the oven. I worked really hard. I've slaved over this pie. I learned how to make pie from Sharon. Marie Callender. Ready to go. There we go. Husband's dessert's done. That was a lot of work. My water hot yet? It's hot enough. All right. I'm going to thaw out the guts of my turkey. Just long enough to get the guts out. I'm sure there's a proper method to doing this. This is how I do it. I'm sure there's somebody out there dying right now the way I'm doing this, but this is how it's done. One piece out. Next piece. Don't worry. I will bathe everything on my counter in bleach when I'm done. Don't you worry. I ain't gonna live in this salmonella special here. I will take care of it. I wrap it in 2 trash bags. And the first time it was at our neighbor's who was selling their home. That's hilarious. Lois, I love it. Why are they gonna stuff that so far in there? All right. Turkey gut bag number 1. You know, I know these are not testicles, but I gotta tell you, it's what they look like. Old turkey neck stuck in there. Okay. Old neck. Put that right there because I'm going to boil it up for gravy later. The neck and the gizzards and all that. And I'll strain the guts out of it. All right. Step 1 of turkey done. I just wash my hands here real quick. Please. Is that not the funniest thing you've ever read, Katie? It is hilarious. I mean, you could sit for hours and read those comments, and every single year, the comments are better and better. It's just hilarious. Well, apparently, the story, someone sent me the real story behind what happened with Sharon, the pumpkin pie maker from who torched her pumpkin pie. Her oven was set to cook on Celsius. So when she was putting it on 375, it was actually 7 degrees. Something like that, some outrageous amount of temperature. All right. Got the little plastic poker thing in there because everyone likes a little plastic in their turkey. Okay, ready? This is how I make my turkey. I put it in the pan, and then I put that on it. That's it. No, as a matter of fact, Martha, I don't season my turkey. No, I just do that on 375 for about 3 hours. That's it. That's the whole deal right there. That's how I make my turkey. That's it. No, don't need no butter. It don't need nothing. It's a turkey. It creates its own magic. It's designed like the Lord created turkeys to put in a roasting pan. You ain't gonna put nothing else. This is scrubbing bubbles. Oh, it's bleach. Okay. That's it. Cindy, a turkey faster than toast. You're right. I'm gonna rub some little bleach all over the counter here. Make sure nobody dies today. Good enough. Wash the handle. I gotta clean out the sink. I'll do that in a while. That's it. That's the whole thing. Ta-da! It'll be done by 1. 10, 11, 12, 1. To be done by 2-ish. Somewhere around then. Somewhere around 2. Will I open it up and baste it and look at it? Absolutely not. Well, it's in there creating its own magical vortex of juice. It doesn't need anything else, and it's going to be a delicious turkey. Okay? I need some paper towels, hold please. Uh-oh, I don't have any paper towels. Sorry, I'm back. I had to go in the other room to get a roll of paper towels. Kayla, here's the thing. My turkey is going to taste delicious, and everybody's going to say, man, that's a moist turkey. What did you do to that turkey? Everybody likes to say moist on Thanksgiving. So everybody's going to come, you know, everybody's going to be eating it, and everybody means me and my husband and my daughter. And they're going to say, Mom, darling, love of my life, that is a delicious turkey. How do you do it? That's how I do it. Just like that. It requires no effort. All of this bacon and seasonings and nonsense. My turkey is going to be just as good as your turkey, Kayla. Trust me. And I'm going to cook it until it's, you know, I'm not going to take it out of a pan and put it on a platter looking all pretty. I'm going to cook it until it looks like it's been under attack, and it will be delicious. Sometimes I take extra effort and put it upside down, but I just wasn't in the mood for that. I'll show you the end result. It won't be that long. 3.5 hours. I ain't cooking no turkey overnight like Faith. Faith is good at it. She does it all night long. Here's what I made this morning. Cranberry sauce. It says to cool it at room temperature until it's cool, which it now is, and then put it in the fridge. And then here's the remainder of making my cranberry sauce. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might mix it with some cream cheese and put it on a cracker. I have some fig and thyme. Well, surely there's a lot of steps, so you might want to go back and watch the video because it's a very difficult process that not everybody can complete. So, and I need to make stuffing. Do you want to stay while I make stuffing? I don't have all the ingredients to make it a proper stuffing. So, you know, it's going to be mildly underwhelming, my stuffing, but that's okay. Here's how I make my stuffing. Everybody's dying about it. It's how I make my turkey. It's delicious every year. Listen, we tend to overcomplicate everything. It's not necessary. Put some butter in a pan, melt it. If you have carrots and celery, you should use them. I don't have either. I have an onion though. I do have an onion. An onion gotten from a proper red bag. I've got some leftover zucchini. I can pretend that that's celery because I feel like Cindy chopped me up some celery and stuff one time. Did you, Cindy? Oh, chopped celery. Oh my Lanta. I have chopped celery in my freezer from Cindy Wetzel. When Cindy Wetzel came and redid my kitchen, she made me chopped celery and put it in my freezer. She knew the day was coming when I would require some chopped celery and it wouldn't be available. She knew this day. So there's a little chopped celery. Put that in the butter. Don't ask me for measurements. There's a little more chopped celery. Oopsie. Well, there's about a quarter cup. I won't bother putting that in my stuffing because there is dog hair in every corner of this house. So put a little chopped celery in there. Oh, I just lost a fingernail. One of my really bad split fingernails. You don't want to know what happened there. It's really painful. Oh. Cut up a little onion. If you have carrot, you should put it in here too, but I don't have any. Cindy, I mean, she knew ahead of time that that was going to be missing in my house. That Thanksgiving was coming and I'd want to make stuffing and I'd complain that I didn't have any celery because I didn't think to buy it. Because I figured I'd worry about it later. Well, later is here. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, my camera's probably just flipped backwards, Katie. The camera never goes in the same direction 2 days in a row. I don't know why. I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion. You can't have that. It's not good for you, beast. Like I said, I would typically put carrots, but I don't have any. But I do have this nicely sliced up bit of summer squash. You can put that in there. Why not? It's extra stuff. It's just veggies. It'll taste great in the stuffing. And actually, in all reality, you won't even taste it in the stuffing. It'll dissolve, but you know, there'll be some vegetables in there I can feel good about. Hey, veggie packed stuffing. We'll put that in there just for bonus. I am sure there are proper methods to making stuffing. And there are people in this world that would never do it the way I do it. But that's okay. I do it the way I do it because I like it this way. So I've got summer squash, celery, and onions in there. And then I have this little seasoning called Everything But the Leftovers from TJ's. Stepping on frozen celery all over my kitchen. Because the dog wouldn't touch it. Everything but the leftovers. It's onion, salt, yeast. I don't know why I need that. More salt, ground pepper, dried yeast, more yeast. There's dried yeast and dried yeast. turmeric powder, natural flavor, don't know what that is. Dried celery seeds, citric acid, ground sage, rosemary powder, dried thyme, and dried parsley. I'm gonna pop the top off that and pour some of that in there. Quite a bit. A couple tablespoons probably. Quite a bit. Get out. This is the second bottle of this stuff I've gone through in the last year. I love this stuff. It's really, really good. Really good. Some of that in there. Stir it about. And then you should probably have, what did I use this for? Give it a smell, and if it smells like stuffing, then it's all good. And then you find a baking dish somewhere in your house. I don't remember where those are. Oh, they're under here. They're under here. Baking dish. Oh crap. My baking dish is in the fridge full of food that I'm not going to eat. I'm going to have to wash a dish. I have leftovers from a class that I hadn't finished, and I'm not, at this point, not going to finish because they've been in my fridge for too long. Oh, wait. I think I have I might have a disposable one here somewhere. Where do you think I would have put that? Oh, I know where it is. I put it right here. Look at that. I have a disposable container. I don't need to wash anything. We'll save that for later. So you're supposed to like dry out your bread or get day old bread, or why are the comments not working? Or are you just guys being, you guys just being really quiet? You probably should toast this or brown it or dry it out, or I don't bother. It's really not necessary in my opinion. Because, you know, you take dry bread to make stuffing. You take all this dried out crusty bread and then you put liquid on it to make it mushy. Why did I dry it out? It's unnecessary. If I'm just going to reliquefy it, why do I need to dry it out? I don't. That's a man-made rule that was unnecessary. If you guys are still here, comment something. Because I can't tell if it's just me that can't see the comments or if you all are just being so super quiet. You're probably all making your fabulously seasoned turkeys. I really should use a bigger cutting board, but I don't know where I put it. So I just use this tiny little one. I've got company now. Oh, whatever. Love you, Cheryl. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy Thanksgiving. It's not necessary, Hannah. It soaks up liquid just fine. I'm telling you. Listen, the man, and by the man, I mean media, has overcomplicated the making of stuffing and turkey. They're like, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that. And no, you don't. You don't, actually. You really don't. That's the man trying to take us all down. There, you get a bunch of crumbed up stuffing. And then you pour your crap over it. This stuff that you just made. And then you pour some chicken broth in there. Mix that up. Use the spoon out of the butter dish. Put some chicken broth in there. And this is going to be the best stuffing you ever did eat. I know, Meredith. And you know what? Those grandmas, they learned it from the man too. It was the people on, see, it was marketing like Stovetop. Stovetop came along and said, listen, making homemade stuffing is so complicated. We have an idea. Buy it in a box and make it on your stovetop in 5 minutes. They did that to make people think making homemade stuffing was complicated. telling you. Do you think I have any couple weeks old chicken broth in here? I do, right there. It's a conspiracy. Why it's stovetop stuffing to make you think that it's necessary to overcomplicate it. Really, it's not. That's stuffing. That's how you do stuffing. It's going to be absolutely delicious, minus that piece of packaging that's in there. You don't need that. I don't even know what that is because none of this came out of plastic. So all of this, it might be from the bag of celery because I cut a hole. Sorry, I'm rambling. There we go. Stuffing's done. I'm just throwing it in the oven and bake it. It'll be delightful. I've got a key lime pie in here that I worked really hard to get. That's for Marin. I've got a cheesecake in there for me. I kind of want a pumpkin pie, but I don't know that I really feel like making a pumpkin pie. Do I need a pumpkin pie? Need? Probably not. Would I like to have one anyway? I absolutely would. I might make one. Maybe later, if I get the ambition. Right now, I need to clean my counter and stuff. I'm going to make a little bit of mac and cheese, and I'll use brown rice noodles so that I can have it. I'm going to make some cream of mushroom soup, which if you've never had. Yeah, and I don't put stuffing in my turkey. If you've never had the cream of mushroom soup, let me just tell you, it is one of the best recipes in the cookbook. It is in, I want to say it's in Trim Healthy Future. Oh, I'm being texted. Oh, it's Fox News trying to get a hold of me again. Let us see. Sexy soups. Oh, corn chowder. How did I miss that in here? There's a lot of ingredients in this recipe, but I think I'm going to make a batch of this. If you haven't made this, oh, I like the crust though, Kathy. I think the crust is my favorite part of pie, of pumpkin pie. But I do like, oh, my faucet is dripping and it's driving me bonkers. I need a new faucet on top of everything else, on top of a shower that ended up costing us $12,000 to replace. Everybody can go ahead and gasp along with me. My GoFundMe. Just kidding. $12,000 for a shower. That's what it ended up costing. I thought it was going to be $6,000. It ended up costing $12,000. I don't know why I just went on that rant. Let's just go ahead and make this together since we're all just hanging out. This Trim Healthy Future, my fellow Mainer. Alice, she's like, corn chowder. Where's the corn chowder? Tell me that. Where's that friggin' corn chowder? That's what she's up there saying in Maine, because that's how we talk up there. Tons, Hannah. It's a requirement. It's in Trim Healthy Future. It's a crossover, but who cares? Crossovers are on plan. Let's just go ahead and make this. Since y'all are here anyway, and we're just listening along and making our Thanksgiving together, let's go ahead and make this dream of mushroom soup so you can see just how complicated it really is. Get yourself a pot. Take the rest of that onion that you just put away. Get that out and chop it up. I can't give you the exact recipe because this is in a cookbook that if you really want the recipe, you just need to go buy it. That's the appropriate thing to do because it's somebody else's recipe and their content and they deserve to be paid for it. So if you do not have Trim Healthy Future, it's on sale right now. Please use my link. Thank you. Hold, please. My husband won't stop texting me. I gotta tell him I'm right here. Hold on. I'll be back. Hold, please. All right, put this in a pan with some butter You can follow the measurements if you want. I don't really bother. I just say, okay, it has onion, it has garlic, it has butter. Put some of that in there. That's how I make this stuff. It's got onion. That looks like the right amount of butter. Garlic. I just put however much I'm feeling at heart, if I have any. Right here, hidden behind the mushrooms. Put a big old gob of this in there, like a whole bunch. What else does it call for? Some water. What are you supposed to do? Hold on, you gotta brown that. Oh, water. Okay. I'm really coordinated at cooking today. Some water in there. I just eyeball everything. It's not necessary to get too complicated when you make these things. If you follow the recipe exactly, it'll probably come out beautifully. If you don't, it'll still probably come out beautifully. And that's how I like to cook. Put the seasonings in there. This, I will take this when it's done. I'll probably eat a little bit of it first because it's so good. I should have looked to make sure I had all the ingredients. I don't know that I do. Rosemary. Do I have rosemary in my kitchen? Is that something I keep in here? QRS goes from P to T. So I don't. So I'm just going to use everything but the Thanksgiving turkey seasoning. Let's just put a bunch of that in there. I'm not going to put the other seasonings. They say to put rosemary and sage and thyme. I've got this stuff. I'll just pour that in. It's fine. It's all fine. It'll be fine. Some chicken broth. We've got whatever's left in here. Let's pour that in. This is a pretty simple recipe to make. She says to boil certain things and then add other things. And then, you know, at the end you add in thickener, oatmeal and baking blend. And you're supposed to blend your oats before you put them in. I don't do that. At the end of this recipe, you're just whisking in cream cheese and stuff. I just use the reason I don't chop up anything, these come washed. Do I actually have to clean these first? Why can't they wash the mushrooms first? I use my stick blender in this, and that's why I don't worry about like the chop on my onion. I don't worry about the ground oats. I don't grind them first. I just put everything in and let it simmer for a bit, and then I use my stick blender, and it works fine every time. I don't think that extra step is necessary, in all honesty. Listen, this takes too much effort. Just do it like this. If there's a little dirt on there, it doesn't really matter because if you use your stick blender, it will get blended right in. Come to my house for Thanksgiving, I dare you. I'm just kidding. My food's really good. I may sound like a psychopath when I cook, but I can tell you, my food is good. I have a friend in Maine who makes stuffing every year with oysters in it. She had me try it once, and I felt really bad saying, well, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted. She's like, I know it's an acquired taste. I'm like, no, I don't want stuffing mixed with fish. Sorry. Does anybody else put oysters in their stuffing? I won't put that one in the soup. Don't worry. This soup has chunks of mushrooms. Mine does not, because like I said, I use a stick blender. So I don't bother I don't bother worrying about the top on my, whatever these things are called, mushrooms, because I'm going to blend it all together anyway and make it perfectly creamy. And then I will eat some of it because it's the best soup in the world. And then when it's cooled off, I'm going to make my, just a basic green bean casserole. I do a couple cans of green beans. I do a couple cups of cream of mushroom soup, this stuff here. I use a little bit of milk, salt, pepper, and then I just top it, and I also mix in, I use Aldi's French fried onions. I hope I have some left over from the last time I used them. I put them in a Ziploc bag. They're somewhere in my cabinet. I hope that I still have them. That mushroom is covered in a lot of mud. I think I still have some. If I don't, I'll just crush up pork rinds and butter and salt and put that on top. It'll be fine. Maybe some onion. I literally make it the most basic possible way a human could make green bean casserole. And I'm the only one that eats it. And it's delicious. Everybody likes it when they come over. But in my family, I'm the only one that eats it. Put your mushrooms in there. What else goes in there? I got the seasonings, the broth, pour some baking blend and oats at the end. 12 ounces of cream cheese, some Glucki. Stop it. Get. And then some almond milk at the end. Oh, my comments weren't moving. You guys are all talking. I think Shirley Moore combines this recipe with a mushroom bisque. The Farm Desk does? Yeah. That does smell Thanksgiving-y. If I need more seasoning when this is done, I'll add more at that point. Quit digging stuff up off the floor that you're not going to eat. All right. Well, can you make it? Have you ever tried making it with the no carb easy bread, Meredith? It's pretty good. I've made it with that before. It's not bad. It's not, I mean, it tastes like low carb. It tastes like low carb stuffing, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. Well, that's it. Because until that's done boiling, once this is simmered enough that my mushrooms are tender, I'm going to add almond milk. I'm going to add some half and half and some cream cheese and some oatmeal. And that's it. And then I'm going to stick blend it and call it good. I followed close enough. Close enough for, you know, whatever. It's just Thanksgiving. All right, my guys. I think I might eat some of this on crispy breads with cream cheese and crispy bread with cranberries. I think that sounds good. Oh, yeah. I love stuffing. It's my favorite part of Thanksgiving, to be honest. So I like to throw some together. Charcuterie boards and that stuffing. That's my two favorite part. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you know just how thankful I really am for all of you. I am beyond grateful to have all of you in my lives, to be able to spend time with you in the mornings, to be able to coach some of you, to be able to love on you. I'm extremely, extremely grateful for all of you in my lives. I hope you know that. I have some goat cheese, Meredith, on my crackers from Thrive. My fig and thyme crackers. Those are so good. With some goat cheese and some of that would be really good. Sounds yum. All right, I'm going to go. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving day. And